Hunter x Hunter 144, 148 is going to be the last anime for a while, and hopefully the chapters will keep going. But anyway, hey, you know what? If I can get 2 chapters a month, Tagashi, I'm happy, dude. I wish you would, like, 2-week hiatus every month just so we could make sure that we're going to get this thing. Okay? Now, a lot of stuff in here, a lot of stuff about the characters, their relationship to each other, their personalities, the whole way the game is played and all this stuff really comes out in here. And what I hate is that it seems that it's bogged down in the election. I think a lot of people are like, I don't care. The election itself isn't that interesting. Okay? And I think that's a problem with this episode. But like I say, look at it for what it really is. It's understanding these characters that we're being introduced to, or character development, like for Leorio, so we're finding out more about him and his abilities. So that's what it's really about, and in that way, it's a good, I probably said chapter, but it's a really good episode. Okay, so that I really like. Maybe just go ahead and fly through this kind of quick here. Ging, breaking it down for Cheadle. Okay, you should have tried harder any means necessary. You could tell that she's got a hard time listening to it. She knows this guy's got information that she doesn't have, and she's finding out just how out of the loop she is. Okay, so you can see it's a painful process, and nobody wants to be talked down to, right? But that's kind of the way, unfortunately, it's happening. And he breaks down Pariston. Like I say, Pariston is like Netero and me. He wants to have fun. Fun is a big criteria, right? Top one. And that he doesn't want to win or lose. And he breaks down the whole winning thing. He says, well, that's what everybody thinks, okay, but it's the game, And Cheadle, you're predictable. Your morals, your balance, sticking to the book, the manual. So he can play you. And to her, it's not a game. She's being straightforward about it, and she's going to lose. Okay? And the thing is remember, by losing, he doesn't want to win, so that freaks people out. But by losing is getting someone in charge that he can't manipulate or control or get away with what he's doing. Because remember what he was getting away with everything under Netero. Okay, so he actually won. So you see that being number 2, not always winning is actually winning. Yeah. Okay. Netero, the day Netero blew himself up, when Gin said that, it became pretty clear that he was like, Netero, you should have found a better way, dude. You should have found a totally better way. So, 100 Hunter airships go to retrieve 5,000 Chimera cocoons. This is big stuff. This is big stuff. Okay? And Gin knows about it. And he rubs it into Cheadle. He's like, well, you should know some pilots or some maintenance. So Gin make sure he has information flowing into him. Okay, and once again, Cheadle keeps finding out how little she knows. What's going to happen? What's Pariston going to do with 5,000 Chimera that can use Nin? Yes. See? Big stuff. Okay. All that was already mentioned. But anyway, endorsements. Now we get into the game. Let's break this down real quick. Okay, everybody's endorsing Cheadle. Okay, so it keeps going that way. And then she decides to endorse Leorio. Okay, to stop being predictable. You can see her character developing. She's getting into the whole gamesmanship here. Okay, she's seeing how the game is played, and she's like, if I just keep being predictable, Pariston's just going to win, and I can't stand that. And the line, she's like, you're not smiling now, Pariston. Right after she pulled that, and Paimon goes Leorio on Leorio, yelling at him. He's always yelling. Snap his thoughts out of, Gon's condition. And then we get into what, to me, was just awesome. Even better here in the anime than it was in the manga is Leorio's speech. It was so good. It was, you could tell his heart was bleeding. He had a certain amount of guilt. He said way too much. Way too much. But anyway, let's go ahead and break it down a little bit here. Anything to save his friend. And Leorio brings up the hero status. He's like, well, I was, studying to be a doctor and getting drunk and self-pleasuring myself, chasing women. He was with Netero fighting the Chimera, right? He's a hero. And if elected, I will treat the association like it belongs to me. Awesome stuff. I mean, nobody's going to say that honestly. They may do it, but they won't say it. My first command is to order all of you to save Gone. It just permeates. Every bit of this is the friend trying to save Gone, you know. And then I love this line. He's like, you know, he's my buddy, he's my friend, but I only found out recently. You know, and then he goes into the whole thing of where his life, searching the internet and all the rest of it. So, like you said, he definitely said too much. But I loved that part of this. This, to me, really was awesome. And then we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Pariston endorses Ox to stop Lurio from winning because Cheadle went and she figured it out. She's like, okay, that's enough. Lurio will win, and it's just better that he wins, make sure Pariston doesn't. But Pariston was, because he's like, I can't, Lurio's wild. He's like, I can't predict this guy. Okay, and he's probably thinking with his friends, get in there, and they start looking at, they're going to want to investigate what he's doing. He's like, I can't have that. So he throws the spinner in the works, right, to mess that all up. I love that. And then Cheadle and Ox can communicate instantly. She's like, did you get that? I mean, somehow they have like something back and forth, and I must have missed that or flew through it in the manga. So that's something I want to know more about. Can all the Zodiacs do that? Is that something just between those two? But those two are tight. Okay, they're in the same faction within the Zodiacs. They're the balanced faction. So I liked it. It was good. Didn't have the action. We're right there. You know, we've got 4 episodes of awesomeness, and before they go away for a long time. So enjoy it. Hunter x Hunter is amazing. Togashi, fix your blipping back, man. Get control of the situation there. All right, below, if you want to get into the hangouts that we have for this, we have one now on Saturdays because it gives people enough time. They'll be anywhere from 5 o'clock to till 11 or 12 Eastern time or what have you. So they'll be any time during that. It'll change. It's going to be late this time around. But anyway, the links will be down below. You can get over there. So you want to go in there, you have to have the hangout. There's a little bit of information down below. You'll need a mic. You'll need a headset so you don't get feedback. Every once in a while, people forget about the headset part of it. Well, anyway, in closing, until next time, take care.